always say die. Here we are, killing ourselves alive. We just need one more hit, and we might just live forever. Oh, here we are.
Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our second season in career mode, we're going to be completing race 30 of 36, which is going to be at Kansas Speedway for the Banquet 400. In the last episode, we went to Talladega Super Speedway for the EA Sports 500, where I finished in 7th place. I could have gotten a top 5 almost. I could actually have won the race on my own speed because I took the lead on like lap 2. But instead, David Green won. I really don't have to say anything else. You know, I don't know how stupid that freaking race went just because of me saying that. But yeah, also, we are now 10th place in the points innings. I gained like 2 or 3 points because the results were just absolute nonsense. We're now 26 points in front of Kurt Busch and like 75 points or whatever behind Dale Jarrett, something like that. Maybe 76 would be correct. Tony Stewart, of course, still in the points lead, 245 over Kevin Harvick, who just took second from Dale Earnhardt Jr. And, well, they're just separated by 1 point. But, yeah, Tony Stewart, he's still going to win this championship, despite there being, like, 7 races left, something like that. And then you got the driver respect levels. Robbie Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., we made them allies by sharing a little draft at Talladega. You know, it's a super speedway, that's what you get. But today, Kansas Speedway, this is a track that we went to last season, and whenever we got there, we were good whenever we were all bunched together at the drop of the green flag. But once things started spreading out, I was losing the draft and I had no one to pull me down the straight, which was really killing me. This time, I don't know if it's going to be the same thing, except we'll be further up front, or if we'll just actually be completely competitive. But we go out there, race weekend, quick select the chassis, engine, and body. We're going to have a fresh chassis, a fresh body, but to be honest, I don't know how we're getting a car rating of 7 right now, because despite these two being fresh, neither of the ratings for either of them are in the 70s. And our engine is used 67 power and 64 efficiency, but we're just getting them 70 car rating. This is the highest it's ever been, but mathematically, I don't know how it's happening. Maybe it's just the durability that causes that, but that really doesn't have anything to do with the performance. That's like just how fast it wears down. But let's go over there. Let's go into qualifying. Try to get a start in the top 15. Our setup for qualifying today is going to be negative 0.5 turns of wedge and 20 psi. I might turn up the tire pressure after we're done with qualifying just so the car can last a little bit longer. This is Kansas, so rather freshly paved, so it's not that necessary for us to have low tire pressures. I mean, we'll be concerned about them just because the tires, they don't wear down that quickly on a fresh pavement. And use this first lap to warm up. And I wouldn't go turning down the tire pressures down to 15 for qualifying just because this track is, you know, just so easy to get around. And the freaking wedge, that's what really sells it. Just thing gets so loose in the freaking corner, I don't want to overdo it. Okay, 27 on the first lap. We're just warming up. We weren't up to speed yet, so say that's a good first lap. But we got to do much better on this one. Really hit our marks right here. We're not really biting down on the bottom, of course, by sitting in that middle lane. I guess I'm maintaining speed better. Not sure. Just trying to make a perfect turn 3. Not diving down early enough. But we're apexing the corner just perfectly. Just barely tapping that apron. And it's sliding back up top. It's not getting too close to the wall. That was a perfect turn 3 and 4, but I don't know about turn 1. 30.71, 72. 7th place. We're starting in the top 10 again, starting on the bottom. We started 8th place at Talladega. I'm surprised that we're actually qualifying better at this track than Talladega whenever Talladega is the easier of super speedways. Also, I think for the freaking 3rd time or 4th time in a row, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart are starting both on the front row. Yep, there they are. Except this time, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the one that's on the pole. It's kind of just swapped around. We got Johnny Benson starting next to us. That happened like a few races ago, didn't it? I don't remember which race it was, but I remember he started like right next to us. Of course, the AI, they get a better launch than us because our cars, well, they never have good acceleration in NASCAR Thunder 2004, or any EA Sports NASCAR game for that matter. It's taking a while to come in, but we get to start really well. I see Kevin Harvick's behind us in that red and silver shootout paint scheme or whatever it's called. I don't remember. It tells you at the menu. Kenny Wallace is starting up here, so he's going to be falling back. That's a free position. Johnny Benson should be a free position as well. I'm all over his bumper. Trying to get it underneath him. I don't know what to do. He's protecting the bottom so freaking much. And I bump and run him. So, is that like minus 10 or no? I guess not. I didn't hit him that hard, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's try to keep ourselves distant with the other drivers. Or not distant, but close to them so that we don't lose their draft. If we do that, then it's going to be difficult to keep up with anybody because, you know, the car's not that powerful just yet, and we need something to pull us along. We've got Sterling Marling right here. Let's just keep him right in front of us if we can. Gotta stay in his line. Really gain a bunch of time going to the corners with what my setup is. Though I think my tires will wear down faster than theirs still. I'm just kind of surprised with the freaking ratings of the chassis and the body. They're low and nothing is in the 70s aside from the durability, but yet somehow it considers it a 70 car rating. Now, for some reason, my durability ratings are just going up higher than anything else. I'm sticking with Sterling Marlin, but it's kind of a boring race. You know, we're all just spreading out. I'll get around Sterling Marlin really soon, and we'll take 5th place, be in the top 5, which is where I'd like to finish, but I don't think this is going to be no Dover turnout. I gained so much more time than I thought I would right there. Also, the house is shaking because of the washing machine or whatever, so you might see that in the face cam if you're looking at it. It's temporary. Jeff Gordon is all over me. Trying to complete this pass on Sterling Marlin. Just gotta have enough of a dive from the outside to the bottom. We're past him, sliding up top. He's almost hitting that outside wall off the corner. Okay, let's try to catch the top 4. Probably not gonna happen, to be honest. Oh, we're getting tied off of 4. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Kevin Harvick's been all over my back bumper as well recently. Yeah, there's just nobody in front of me. No one can pull me, and I need that. I don't have enough horsepower just yet. Same thing as last time. It's just, like I said, I was expecting to be further up the field, and that was a great prediction on my part. It's just, I wish it wasn't true, and I wish they were actually racing for the lead. Jeff Burton's behind me. That's a driver that usually isn't around whenever I'm playing these games. But at least recently, I haven't recalled seeing Jeff Burton just racing around me. Usually just passing by, and that's it for the video. But trying to battle out with Jeff Gordon, racing for that top 5. So now that he's in front of me, I have his draft, and I can keep up with him. I can't do that with anybody else because they're too far gone. Okay, so get a good dive into turn 1. It ain't gripping anymore because of worn tires. Not nearly as well. Oh, we're going to bump into him if I don't turn. Here comes Jeff Burton on me. Everybody behind me is faster than me. It's just when I have a draft, I can actually pull it off. Whenever they have my draft, I guess their bodies just aren't as strong with mine with the draft, and mine is. So I have a really good body, even though that's not what the statistics say with my car. Made a little contact with my quarter panel, but no mark left. Okay, let's try to hold them off a little bit longer, which is probably not going to work very well for me. The tires wore down a little worse than I thought they would, but held my own in front of Kevin Harvick. Jeff Gordon went down pit road shortly after I made that cut, and I'm going to go down right now. But golly, it's not a short run car, it's not a long run car, it's just a very, very dependent car. It has to depend on the draft of other drivers. Down pit road just fine, waiting for the darn thing to begin, but I was all the way at the freaking second line or whatever it was. I'm going to stay with whatever setup we have because I don't want to run out of time trying to fix everything. Pit road, always get down there really short. I should, pause the game like between cuts and everything, make my pit road options when we go in there. I don't have to press anything. But I'm not that smart. I'm just JC1424. I'm not like any other YouTuber. I don't even know if any other YouTubers actually do that, pause the game and make their adjustments and stuff. Christian Fittipaldi just pulls in front of me. Give me a good pit stop. 15 something, 16, 17. No, terrible 17.3 second pit stop. That's not going to cut it. We're probably going to come off pit road and wind up being like 15th or something, not even the top 10 anymore. And it wasn't 5th place that entire run. Okay, apron. Like, I'm trying to get on the track, but at the same time, I'm so slow that the car is loose and everything, and it's not doing what I want it to do. But still, pretty sure we're going to be like right outside the top 10. But yeah, I was 5th place practically that entire freaking run. But as I was saying, it's not a short run car, not long run. It's just dependent. It depends on the draft of other drivers. And once I lose that, I'm nothing. Okay, so got Matt Kenseth behind us. That's the driver that I want to finish in front of. Remember, it's Kurt Busch, the driver they're trying to finish in front of in this race, just so we can make sure that we maintain our position in the points. Well, Kevin Harvick was right behind us before I went down pit road. So, did I just not lose any positions at all despite having a 17.3 second pit stop? Fucking apron, it's turning so easily. Stupid turning so easily car. Die, I hate you car. Golly, this freaking car. I don't have a draft. I have no straightaway speed. Or not nearly as much as these guys do. For a while, it took me to just adjust to the fact that I was on fresh tires again. So the car kept turning so darn well. And now Jimmy Johnson's trying to complete this pass. It's just, they keep getting big runs since they have my draft and I have nobodies. But yeah, as I was saying, on fresh tires, I kept curving onto the freaking apron because the car was turning much better than it used to be whenever I was on worn tires. And for some reason, I wasn't capable of adjusting that for just several laps on in. The darn thing popping up a little bit. Almost losing the damn car, but we're in 9th place, and certainly not going to be catching anybody unless someone up there DNFs would be 8th place, and that's the best I see it happening. Of course, we're going to get passed by Jimmie Johnson and Kevin Harvick if I can't hold them off, because this damn car, it's already getting tight on tire wear, and we've only been out here for like, what, 7, 8 laps? And I didn't turn early enough into 3. Jimmie Johnson is so fast. Just taking the corner regularly, just staying on his outside. I'm not giving him enough room, but I don't want to mess up my corner at the same time. See, I've got his draft, and this is what I can do. With no one else's draft, they can do that to me, so it's just good racing. And my fingers hurt, okay? So I got the right to bitch. I don't like it when my fingers hurt. How about you? So I don't know if I'm going to make a cut just because we got racing to do with Jimmie Johnson, Kevin Harvick. Remember I was practicing for this race. Jimmie Johnson was using his Power of Pride paint scheme for the bajillionth time. Fast into 3. Got that bottom line advantage. Or not. He's getting a runoff on the outside. That goes to show how much worse my car is. It's just I need the draft. Dropping behind him. I can't drop in behind him. I'm actually getting loose in the freaking oval of the track. Kevin Harvick just drove himself into the outside wall. Jimmie Johnson's trying to block me. He's getting away. He's going to get away. Just fuck off, Kevin Harvick. I'm tired of this shit. I'm so pissed off trying to race Jimmie Johnson and losing it that I've just got to just knock him off the freaking track and leave me alone. There's no catching back up to Jimmie Johnson at this point. Laps are going to count down. We're going to finish in 10th place, I guess. Golly, it's so freaking tight. I can do this. I can get this spot back. Trying to. Hard dive into 3. Ugh, worn tires. Don't hit the apron. Oh god, it's gonna get so tight. I have a 4! Get your freaking Jimmy Ass Johnson over here. Mine. My 9th place. I am sweating once more on this brand new jacket yet again. Oh, little contact. It's getting so tight. We're hitting the quarter panel of him. Be right behind him. Try to get a run down the backstretch. Kevin Harvick's trying to make a move on us because he caught back up. Diving hard into 3. So much smoke. He maintains speed so much better, and I can't get the damn spot. I gave him my all, and my car ain't going to make up for it. It's just going to pull me down. 10th place here at Kansas Speedway. My fingers hurt. I got to use this equipment whenever we go to Charlotte, and I just damaged it a bit. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won, and Tony Stewart finished 2nd, so it's a little points game, but not much. On Thursday, we are going to Lowe's Motor Speedway for the UAW GM Quality 500, race 31 of 36. We will be using Dale Reynolds' paint scheme for the first time with the Coca-Cola sponsorship on it because, UAW came to an end. What win was that for Dale Earnhardt Jr.? His 3rd one? Yeah, that was his 3rd win of the season. He is now 236 points behind Tony Stewart. He got back into 2nd place, and he gained 10 points on him, and that's about it. Yeah, gaining 10 points of race is not going to give him the championship. No one's going to be able to get to Tony Stewart. You know it. Are we still in 10th? Yeah, we should be because Kurt Busch only finished 2 positions ahead of us. I saw it on the leaderboard a few times, so now I'm only, I think, 6 points in front of him. Well, that is terrible, but we've got some good races coming up. I think Charlotte can even run better than Kansas, but I don't know by how much. Like, maybe we'll get a top 5 at Charlotte just because of where we are now with our car. Sterling Marlin likes me because I guess I would share and draft them at some point during the race. I was trying to catch him at the beginning and just have him pull me. Robbie Gordon still got a little bit left over, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, those 2 from Talladega. So we've got some work in team management to do, really just the work we have to do on the engine because that was used. We've got 1 race left on the increase for body downforce with the templates, and we can start working on, I guess, either chassis or engine again, just because I'm not sure exactly which one needs to be purchased next. But okay, let's go into the garage. We just used this one for the first time, so we're going to be at 97 rating whenever we go to Charlotte. Okay, so in engines, we've got this one which just got finished being worked on. So we're not going to be selling anything anytime soon, but 5 races away from this thing coming in. What is this going to be again? 73 power, 69 efficiency. That is great. Okay, so we're going to overhaul this. Okay, power is going to increase by 2, and the efficiency is going to increase by 2 as well. So yeah, I'd say this is a worthy for an overhaul. $363,000. And I honestly thought I had more than $900,000 in the bank, but it's no big deal because this is all the only work that we're doing right now. And then we've got bodies. Okay, in 2 races, this right here is going to come in. 65 downforce, 66 drafting. I think after the body improvement come in that these should be in the 70s, and we can move on to chassis again because I really do need to focus on how much grip my car is because I think it's good on power for the most part. It's just drafting and stuff is what killed me sometimes. But I think what we're going to do is go ahead and sell this one after we use it one more time, and then we're going to use this for like the next race or so, just because what is this going to be after it's done being worked on? 65, 67, and what does this one go back to? 64, 63. So yeah, we're going to use number 4 one more time, and then number 5, yeah, we're going to be using that, and we'll just get rid of that one. Simple as that. Okay, so sponsorship. 64 happiness. It did go up by 1, I think, because it was 62 before, wasn't it? And yeah, of course, the same thing for everything else. And that's really all we have to worry about with sponsorship, because the other 2, they stay with us no matter what. So, thanks for watching this episode of the Career Mode. See you next time. That's that. And episode over.